Good evening, all. Welcome to the February 4th, 2025 Architectural Review Board meeting. Just to find out who we have present here tonight, anybody here on Ginsburg, 16 Stillwaters? 97 Aspetuck is going to be held over. Is anyone here for 97 Aspetuck? No? How do you pronounce that? Coyote? 71 Rogers and Joseph and Vanessa Barrett. All right, we'll start with the application for Howard and Randy Ginsburg, 16 Stillwaters Lane. This is to construct a second-story addition, approximately 1,092 square feet for two relocated bedrooms, bathroom, and a gym, first floor alterations for an entry and stairs, convert bedroom to a den, reconstruct expanded portico, rear patio with a roofed over balcony above, and a roof over existing rear deck, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths. Addition alterations approach substantial improvement under the FEMA guidelines, so no additional improvements without elevation onto FEMA compliant foundation and crawl space. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you? You can just give your name, please.
Craig Morris. I'm the architect having looking.
And that was more important.
No, I'm being here because I thought it was really important.
There you go. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't get your last name, Craig.
Morris,
How do you spell?
MORR.
Okay, Craig, if you could tell us about the application, please.
Sure. Obviously, we're gonna be adding a whole second existing structure. Like the details of the siding and.
Just go over what the project is, the materials, if the board has any questions.
So it's gonna be wood framing 2x4s, and then on the front and rear of the.
First, describe what you're doing.
Sure, we're going to be constructing a second floor to contain 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a gym area. And then on the first floor, we're going to convert 2 bedrooms into a den area. And then also change all of the windows and all of the doors on the first floor.
Okay,
We're going to be expanding the front deck portico area. And then in the back of the house, they're adding a roofed over the existing deck with a flat roof.
okay. And the, whatever that would be, the north portion is going to remain that,
That's staying existing.
just changing some
Changing the
windows.
windows and the doors on the north, I guess, the north side of the house.
Okay.
And there are currently 3 doors on that side of the house. They're going to be changing it to 1 door and 2 fixed windows, same size as the existing doors.
Okay. All right, if you can just go over the material, starting with the roof and working your way down.
The roof over the door is going to be a standing seam metal roof. The roof on the main house is going to be GAF charcoal.
The roof over the entry is going to be metal.
Standing seam metal.
Okay, color,
Black.
matte
Matte.
finish.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure we get that
Sure.
in the record. And the main roof of the house?
Main roof is going to be GAF Timberline HDV charcoal.
Okay,
The roof over the rear balcony area is also going to be GAF charcoal.
okay,
And the roof over the patio area is going to be flat black, flat roofing, EPDM rubber roof, and that's also going to be a flat black.
okay,
As far as siding goes, the front and rear of the house is going to be new cedar, old world gray, horizontal 6-inch reveal with a wood grain. This is the actual color. The sides of the house is going to be hardy board, also horizontal cobblestone color.
So you're using two different, can I just see and this is going only in the front,
Front and rear,
okay, and rear,
and then the sides,
hardy plank?
yes,
Curious why you're mixing the material.
plus. They love the look of the new cedar.
Yeah,
It's a much more expensive and labor-intensive product to install. So we found the cobblestone, which the sides are like,
how are you doing the corners?
they make a trim, and if you look at the color, this is the old world gray from new cedar. This is the cobblestone from hardy. The color is almost identical. So we're going to lap the corners with that material. And then the fascia and rake is also going to be that material as well.
Okay. So you're mixing a PVC material with a cement board?
Correct. It's actually, that's just to show the grain. It's actually, this is the thickness of the material.
Oh, uh-huh. Is there a uniformity to colors and lots with wood or fabricated materials? I mean, is there a guarantee that those colors?
Yeah, I think there may be a shading, like everything that we get will be from the same lot.
Yeah.
But as far as
These
colors,
could vary.
I don't anticipate a problem. It is a manufactured product. Anticipate a variation.
So the NU material is thicker than the hardy?
I'm sorry?
The NU PVC
The new cedar
is,
is thicker, but because they're going to be on a plane, this will be the side, this will be the front, and then the trim, it's a 90-degree trim, so it'll overlap. So you won't be able to see any reveal or difference.
have you done that before?
I have mixed materials, yes.
These two?
Not specifically these two, but I don't anticipate a problem.
Okay. We'll come down and we'll look at it. All right, I just wanted to sort of figure out how you're doing that. All right, so we talked about the roof, we talked about the siding. If you could now just tell us about the windows.
Windows are going to be Anderson 400 series, black exterior, white interior, no grills.
Okay. And some of the windows are remaining, these,
The shape is remaining. We're replacing the windows. They're all white now,
yeah,
but we're removing them and replacing them with black windows. The only windows that are going to be remaining are on,
the front,
not
the
the
left?
front. One of the snow, turn the page if you'd be so kind. One more time.
Now you make me work.
I know, sorry. That side,
Yeah,
there's two bathroom windows that are relatively new.
these two?
Yes, they're in a brand new renovated bathrooms that we're not touching.
All right, they're on the side of the
The
house.
side of the house, we are going to repaint those with black exteriors to match.
Okay. And what are the railings on,
It's going to be a black cable rail system potentially.
any questions on the house itself from the board?
What color are the columns like?
The columns are going to be the new cedar gray, the old world gray. We're gonna wrap them with the same trim material.
If we can talk about the site, what are you doing on the site?
Everything's staying as is, landscaping staying, we're not touching the driveway.
How about the utilities?
Uh,
Air conditioning?
Yes, so we're going to be removing, there's an oil-fired furnace in the crawl space currently. We're going to be removing that, removing the oil tank, and we're going to be putting in 2 electric heat pumps. Condensers on the bathroom side, that's the one where the windows weren't changing. And the units are going to be relocated, the air handlers are going in the other.
Okay, so that, just go back one time. So you're talking about the bathroom side, which is the south side of the
Correct.
house.
Yeah, we're going to be erecting a platform to get them up out of the floodplain.
Are you gonna enclose it or?
We hadn't intended on it. We could, if it's necessary, we could build a railing or a little wall around the units so that they're not seen.
Plantings.
We're
How
not
about-
disturbing the plantings. There's
No, how about putting plantings?
Oh,
To
around
build a
it?
wall, spend a fortune, put some plants
Yeah,
around.
we could certainly, some bushes around that.
Okay, just to conceal it,
Sure.
like, 6 foot arborvitae or something?
Okay,
So can we stipulate that, and
sure.
any other questions?
What's happening with the chimney?
We're going to wrap it with the new cedar. It's going to remain. We're going to wrap it with the new cedar.
And what does your front door look like? Does it have lights or is it glass, do you know?
They haven't fully picked it out yet. They want a wood look door with some glass in it.
And how about sconces or any outdoor lighting?
Haven't, we were planning on recessed lighting above the door and on the balcony as well.
I think you're required to have some lights at the door,
Yeah,
right? So, do you wanna have them come back with the light, Peggy?
For the recess or a different light?
You're gonna have some sort of sconces
No,
on?
no,
No, you
recessed
said
light.
recess
Only.
light.
Ceiling mounted, yeah.
The big tree gonna stay there or you gonna knock it down?
We're not touching the tree. They did cut it back a little bit to get, so that it wasn't growing over the house, but they don't want to remove any of the trees.
And there's no landscaping at all?
No.
Okay.
And they do want to replace all of the decking that's covering the property, and they want you to use TimberTech Landmark French white oak.
In the existing decking?
What about these walls?
The walls are existing. They want to keep the walls, and they were thinking about painting or refacing them with either the hardy or the new cedar. But they
Match.
haven't, yeah, it's either going to be painted to match or refaced with one of the materials.
Well, I think we're gonna wanna know that, right? Can you find out
Sure.
what the decision is and what the material and the color is gonna be? I'm assuming the color is gonna match?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so can you get back to us in
Absolutely.
a week?
You want them to do where they replace the planking here?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Right, so can we get a motion to approve the house itself and have the applicant come back within a week, so that by the next meeting, we have an answer of what you're planning to do with that?
I'll make the motion.
You have a second?
I second it.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Good luck.
Within a week, if you can get back to Kerry.
Sure.
Thank you. Maybe we'll stamp everything after the meeting
Okay.
instead of opening up all these drawings. Okay, next is, we're doing a holdover on 97 Aspetuck Road, so we'll take Kajoti. Did I say it correctly? How did you say it?
Courtney Johnson title.
Kajoti LLC, 71 Rogers Avenue, additions and alterations to a single-family dwelling, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths total, 1-story addition on a crawl space, and a slab for a 1-car garage, with conversion of a former attached garage space for expanded dining room and an office. 2nd-story addition for a primary bedroom suite, adding a bedroom in the existing finished basement per the ZBA approval, January 16, 2025. Good evening. What is your name?
Patricia Ullman. And
Can I get that? I'm sorry.
OAMANN.
And what's your relationship with the project?
I, I am Kadoti.
You could tell us about the application, please?
The house currently is a modest ranch, with, cedar shake. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and it doesn't have a dining space. What the plan is to give us a dining room. I'm Italian, I need to cook for these 3 children. And now they're bringing significant others. There's just not enough space for his floor. So that was the goal, is to use the garage space on the ranch as the new dining room, part of it for the dining room, and then rebuild the garage. And behind it, since someone does need to pay for these expansions, we need the office, so I can. Upstairs in that new area, there will be a staircase that goes up to a master suite. The kids stay on one floor, and my husband and I are away. The house itself, other than the garage, is not being altered. There's a bathroom being added in the basement to, storage, because of dead space in the basement, so there is a bathroom being added there as well. But the bulk of the ranch. Yes, they did.
Or
Yeah, they did. So the ranch itself, other than the garage, remains untouched in what's existing. Any other questions on that, or I can go through material?
way down.
The roof is GAF asphalt in Biscayne blue, which is this one. Just so you know, the aesthetic that I'm going for, my husband bought a boat. I love the beach, so we're going for a Norfolk theme. So that's the aesthetic we're looking for. So we're looking for blue themes. So it's the Biscayne blue. The siding, I'm not sure if it looks like it's correct. It's correct in what was submitted. There might have been one piece of paper that described it as Dutch lap 4. It's actually the 4-5, which is this one. That's the correct one, 4-5. And that was what was submitted. And it's the regatta blue. All of the trim on the house, right now the house is brown with light blue shutters, and everything else on the house is white. There's a white fence. I want to keep everything blue and white. That's the theme here. That's what we're going for. So you've got the blue siding. It'll be white scallop on the top of the house. It's going to be Anderson 400 series white trim windows, which matches the existing windows. The front door is white, it will remain. Corner posts will be white, fascia will be white. The garage door is aluminum white with windows. Shutters will be white, and as I said, it's Dutch lap siding, 4-5 regatta blue.
So it is the 4-5.
Yes, it is the 4-5. Apologies if there was any confusion about that.
Questions from the board?
Is this what the siding actually looks like? I know it's not the actual house, but this was submitted like, I guess later on.
I think he was just still giving you examples of houses in the neighborhood.
Oh, that looks,
This is the siding. Do you want to see?
yeah, it almost looks like, okay, so that's the one on the top.
This,
Right, right.
So that's not
Okay,
marked.
so that's,
Yeah, it's a little confusing. That's not marked as showing. No, we would like it to say this is, 62.
and he came. So that was the perfect school. I was like, today, I didn't have to get sick. So I apologize, I
Okay.
can't find out.
I just wondered if this is just, it's just an example of what that's gonna be only in the blue.
Well, she's,
He had done a house in blue and white, and it's it. And that is
yeah, I don't
Dutch
have
one
it.
4-5.
And
I don't
that,
think-
what she's saying is that represents an adjacent. house.
Adjacent house.
But it's not.
We don't have the one that,
Does anybody have it?
Show me that shingle again. Okay, so the entire body of the house,
This,
okay,
including
including below here and all of
all
this,
this except for the scallop up at the top,
which is white.
A lot of that neighborhood has a lot of blue houses on it, right?
It,
That-
there are even more Hazelwood,
okay, I mean,
because that's where I first came in walking before.
Sure.
So that's where
Yeah.
I got the idea, and then when he came in, I don't know if I can pull this up quickly, but he had a house, like I haven't hand yet, but he did submit a picture somewhere in that packet, a blue and white house that he put together, did it in another neighborhood, and it's the D4, because he showed me the picture, I was like, oh, blue and white, and he showed me the picture, it's like, that's it. That's it. So that's exactly what he used. He used the 4-5 Dutch lap, regatta blue, and then we have the white fence. I want everything else to be white, and I will use white sconces by the front door. There's an existing sconce which will just simply be replaced in white because it's black right now. So it will be completely very nice nautical beachy look. Blue.
I don't have that package, so I mean, all I have is this.
Yeah.
Question about the doors that are on this junk. Is this the style of the door?
That is the existing one.
Okay, and is this the style? So those will be, those are existing and will be there.
Well,
in white.
this will get replaced, because
Okay.
that door's falling down.
Oh, right, that's,
So that'll be new.
okay,
This is existing, and that's exactly what the door looks like. It's got panels.
okay.
Okay, do we have a site plan, landscaping plan?
The landscaping won't be changing. There's bushes that will need to get removed because the driveway, brick driveway, will get extended to move to the driveway, the garage, excuse me. But there's no other landscaping that gets touched.
If I may, the existing driveway.
Come on up. We don't want to ignore you. What's your name?
So existing, there's a front brick driveway that goes straight up to the driveway now. That part will come up, so that will be removed, that brick. Next to it is 2 sections of fence where the driveway will go. That's already there, there's just bushes, so we'll remove 2 feet of bushes and just brick it with the brick that came out.
When you say new section of fence you're putting in,
We already have it fenced, we have a pool, so it's
Yeah.
white sections, so 2 of the sections come out for where the new garage is.
Yeah.
But then the existing fence stays, we already have the gate there, and that fence stays.
what
Everything
there
just gets
will
pushed.
remain.
What's there will remain, other than
Okay.
the 2 bushes that need to get removed, the brick. But there's no trees coming out, there's nothing.
Yeah.
And
It's different.
we already have the 2 driveways, so that's the extra parking, so that'll just extend right to the new driveway, the new.
Any questions? Questions on this side? Dawn? Can we get a motion to approve this application? Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
I,
Good luck.
good luck.
Good luck with your boat.
Oh, yeah,
We went through that.
all of us.
Seems like they have the boat and we just pay for it.
Andrea. Sure. 97 Aspatuck Ltd., 97 Aspetuck Road is being held over till the February 18 meeting. Waiting for more information on it. Okay, next we have the application for
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
those in favor. Thank you. Okay, we have the application for Joseph and Vanessa Barrett, 18 Still Stevens Lane. This is a two-story, single-family dwelling, 6 bedrooms, 6 baths, 2 half baths over a crawl space with a covered entry patio, fireplace, and veranda, detached two-car garage with an unfinished storage above, in-ground swimming pool with a patio at grade and an enclosure fence, sanitary, fill and landscaping and driveway with a gate per the ZBA approval, September 19, 2024. Good evening, gentlemen. Can we just get your name and who you're representing?
David,
1 second, please. Okay, David, I'm sorry. Wellman. Okay, good evening. You could tell us, David, about the application.
just for your record, the homeowner's John Barrett, John and Vanessa Barrett.
Yeah.
Might have been my messy handwriting, not sure. But,
Okay,
so the Barrett,
it's John
Barrett.
and Vanessa. I don't know what's on the application.
Joseph, oh,
Okay,
John and Vanessa.
that what's on there?
I think it's been on the agenda.
Sorry?
I think it's been on the agenda.
Here's the,
I typed the architectural application, but I handwrote people like that handwriting, so it might have been my handwriting.
No problem. All right, if you could tell us about the application, please.
Sure. The Barretts, they've lived on the property for about 10 years now, and he currently has 3 small non-conforming structures, each with various non-conformities. And they're going to demolish those and their existing pool and build a new, roughly 6,000 square foot house and detached 2-car garage and a new swimming pool.
Harry, is that loud enough for you, or does he need to hold? Maybe you can hold the mic, David? Great,
So do that
like
again, or-
karaoke.
Yeah. Again, or you got it? Okay. Yes, a new house that's a little over 6,000 square feet, 2 stories, but kind of a low roof line. What, we talked about materials or?
Start with the roof, work your way down.
Sure, it's all natural cedar, so natural cedar roof, most likely yellow cedar, and natural cedar trim, and also natural cedar wall shingles.
If you could just describe the doors, the windows, no shutters, right?
No shutters. The windows and doors will be wood windows and doors, but with a linen cladding, with a kind of a medium bronze color, most likely Marvin, and 2/2 double hung windows with a couple fixed windows in there as well. Swinging French doors. Front door will be glass because they're set pretty far back from the road with a lot of front screening. So we're gonna do a glass front door facing the front yard. And garage will be cedar doors.
What about the chimney on the house?
Stone chimney.
Material?
It'll be stone. It'll be kind of kind of like a field stone, like a grays and browns kind of.
Stone?
That's over top of the existing brick that's there now, or it's gonna be a different?
So the existing is all going to be removed. So the new
Oh.
chimney will stone cladding over most likely not a true masonry chimney. So it'll probably be wood frame, but with a nice thick stone cladding over the wood framing.
The garage is gonna have similar material? Roofs.
Exact same palette for the garage. Except the doors will be wood rather than clad.
Questions on the house? Nope. Side. Hey, you could talk about the site and landscaping if you would.
Great.
Your turn,
Right. Should I give you an overview?
please.
Sure. So basically, our idea is there's a lot of mature material there as is. So our idea is to preserve as much as that as possible. And as David mentioned, that a lot of it's visible from the road because there's a 4 foot high berm that's there with some pretty mature material.
That's
So,
gonna remain.
yes, of
Okay.
course, yes.
So behind
preserve
it,
that.
you're supplementing that with quite a bit.
Yeah, so the basic idea of the proposed landscape is evergreen hedges down the perimeter and then some foundation hedges,
Giants.
green giants, and where there's neighboring ridge lines, we have a couple cryptomeria for the height.
Where are the cryptomeria in the plant?
Those will be mixed into the perimeter.
'Cause they get pretty big.
They do, but we want to use them to block the neighboring ridge lines of the neighbors' houses.
But can you point out where they are?
Sure, and a lot of it will be done in the field, to be honest with you.
I mean,
But within
are these the cryptomeria alongside the house?
there,
Can you circle them?
yeah, there'll be, you know, um, there's also some construction going on here. So to be honest with you, we've kind of reserved just a couple places for them along here for that future construction to block the neighboring ridge lines.
You're indicating, what, 6 cryptomeria?
6.
Where are they?
Yeah, they'll be in along this perimeter here.
But you're not showing them. Or are you?
I've designated symbols for the evergreen shrubs, so they'll be mixed into this row here. And we'll adjust that in the field a little bit. If you understand, it's, much of the landscape's really finalized when the house is being framed up. So we'll have
Okay,
a
the
much
reason-
better idea of where that view that we want
The
to
reason
block.
I'm asking is cryptomeria get like 40 feet tall. And could be 15, 20 feet wide.
I mean, it's pretty commensurate for the neighborhood if
But
you're
you're
familiar.
putting it
There's
on
a
the-
lot of very tall evergreens there, but
My question is, sir,
Uh-huh,
you're putting it on the property line?
correct.
So how do you put what's going to eventually be a 40-foot by 15-foot wide cryptomeria that won't affect your neighbor?
Yeah, well, we show the mature sizes on there of what we're planning. I mean, if it's a matter of species, I'd be happy to switch it to the green giant. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
There's a big difference between the mature green giant and a mature cryptomeria. I couldn't find it.
In
I
terms of
couldn't,
height, sir?
I couldn't find it on your site plan. I thought it was
Yes.
up against the
Well,
house, but you're telling me it will be on the property line.
But I think what you're missing is that the symbol on there that I'm showing is to scale. That represents the mature size of the plant, and all of that is within the property line. So we don't want the drip lines going over the property line.
Sorry, but I don't understand unless somebody else does.
No. Where-
You're saying you're showing the cryptomeria. Am I understanding you correctly?
Sir, I've shown the symbols for the evergreen shrubs along
These
that
here?
property line. That would be the,
Okay.
yes. This
It
property
doesn't say
line?
cryptomeria for the sign, the, on the plant key.
Yes.
There's one for that. Which one is it?
Yeah, it's the evergreen
So
symbol.
that doesn't say cryptomeria.
I don't have it specifically labeled on there, and I would like to give myself flexibility to position that to block the neighboring ridge lines. But all of these symbols here represent the evergreens. So I would mix them into that line. But to be honest with you, sir, if it's not that important to the overall design, so I'd be happy to switch it with another species.
So you're concerned that it's gonna be in the neighbor's yard, right?
I'm concerned that they're gonna be huge
Huge, right?
trees on a property line where he only has maybe 5 feet in width. Where let me just finish, where the green giants are going, you're showing green giants along this, eastern property line.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And
it's
if
kind
those,
of, it's mutually beneficial to all the neighbors to have the evergreens along the perimeter, and it's commensurate with what's in the neighborhood there. A lot of the,
other than the neighbor, isn't it gonna encroach on your driveway?
no, sir. No, we've left room for that. The symbol there indicates the mature size of the tree.
When you say symbol,
Yes,
the tree is eventually gonna
symbol.
be 40 feet tall, they grow quickly. It's gonna be 40 feet tall and probably 15 to 20 feet wide.
No,
You-
they don't.
let-
They don't get that wide. No, they won't get that wide.
How wide do they get?
It will stay about 8 feet wide there.
I don't know how it's not even gonna encroach in the driveway. I can just show you where he
And
marked
you're
it.
saying that you made the plan based on the mature plant.
Yes, and of course the
They're
neighbors.
huge. There's one on.
You
our
know, it's not
property.
going to impede
There's
the
one on
neighbors.
the-
I think it's.
Hold on one
mutually-
second. Hold on one
I
second.
was responding to.
Hold
her
on one second,
question.
please.
Yes, sir.
These are the areas that he's talking about. What shows on the plan are all green giants, uniform along the property line. If he puts these here and here, you said 6?
Yes.
You're showing me 2.
No, he circled 3. 1, 2, 3 here, and 1, 2, 3 here. That would be 6.
So those are 3? You're putting 3 together?
Well, my point is that I haven't designated the exact position for him because I'd like to leave myself position, the flexibility in the field.
Right, but it would be on that east property line,
Yes, sir.
somewhere along that east property
Yes,
line.
sir.
A huge and wide tree. I have cryptomeria, my neighbors have them. They're huge trees.
Yes. Well, I'm more than happy
Would
to
you recommend
swap that with
something else?
green giant.
I would recommend continue the green giants.
No, I don't think the others would have issue with that.
Okay. Okay.
It's that.
Right, that's okay.
I just feel where you've located them, especially if you're putting 3 of them together, is gonna encroach on your neighbor and is also gonna encroach on your driveway.
Well, of course, the owners will have typical maintenance for the trees on the driveway side as well. But, you know,
I'll
we,
defer.
we've left plenty of room, in my opinion. I've planted these many times, so I feel confident that we have the right species, but I'm more than happy to concede on that.
Just so we can move along, can we stipulate that no cryptomera and the green giants will remain along the north and, I'm sorry, the east and west property line,
Yes.
the way you've shown them? Anything else from the board?
I just taking a look at it. We didn't have a copy of it.
See it?
Is the driveway's changing to gravel?
There's a narrow driveway along the east side of the house. I was there the other day. I met with the owners. And it goes all the way down to the back, to the garage in the back. Very, quite narrow. All right, let me show it to this side here. This is where you mark where your fingers are.
There's no gate at the end of the driveway.
There's a,
We have a driveway gate proposed. There's a detail for that.
Kind of hurt here.
What's the setback for the gate?
oh,
It's 20 feet from the property line.
Sorry, I don't have a copy yet.
oh. Can I just borrow?
Take all of
this?
whatever.
Okay.
Sheet number L601. And we've prepared a detail and put a precedent image in there.
Gate. So there's a driveway gate and a passenger gate.
Well, just to be clear, those are the pedestrian gates there. So that's the detail for the double pedestrian gate for the mower access, and then the single gate. There it is. And it's pretty similar design with the horizontal slats and the pedestrian gate on the side.
Setback 20 feet from the property
Yes,
line, not the street line.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions from the board?
How high is the gate?
4 feet?
Okay. And then the utilities, the stuff, or is that all done?
The utilities, if you go to the site plan, you can see those on the sides of the house. We have condensers on the east side there. And then on the west side, we have
Okay.
Here
They don't have that.
and here.
That's
And what's happening with the generator? Is it part of the project or not?
yes, the generator is in there. It's labeled with the GEN on it, the smaller rectangle there.
Wasn't in the description, right?
Nope.
Wasn't in the description of the application?
Nope.
Brad on that? So we're stipulating that we're taking out the cryptomera?
Yes.
Can we get a motion on this application?
Driveway is existing or no?
It's,
New driveway that roughly follows the land.
The same path that's there now?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the
Slight
material?
Yeah.
modifications. Local crushed gravel.
You're not adding any fencing or anything else except for
We have the pool barrier fence and then, the 6 foot high deer fence along the rear side. That's just on the rear portion.
It's the pool barrier fence there, and, I mean, what type of fence is the pool? Barrier.
We're gonna use, there's a detail for cedar gates in the set, and then the fence will be hidden in the hedges with, and it'll just be a galvanized wire fence.
Take a picture, I'm sorry, I haven't had one.
No problem.
And this is the fence here?
Yeah, I think it comes around here, butts up to the garage along the west side of the driveway, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Tying into the
But
sides of
this
the
is,
house.
this is the fence here?
Yes, sir.
And the fence is outside the trees?
Outside of the trees and then tying back into the house on the side there. If you can see along the property line there.
Is that an existing fence?
There are some neighboring existing fences, but I've proposed all new fences on the property line because they're pretty wonky and some of them are,
Supposed to put stuff in front of the fence?
Is the fence on the property line?
yes.
So normally we ask for the shrubbery to be on the neighbor side of the fence. It's just gonna be a wire fence within the Green Giants?
Yes.
I think I'm okay with that.
I mean, many of the neighbors have that detail.
Okay.
Any other questions from the board?
Nope.
Sorry. Can we get a motion to approve this application, subject to the cryptomeria being removed from the application?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
I'll second it.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Check with Brad on the, David, check with Brad on the
Yes.
the generator. Okay, can we get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
I'll
We can go
second that, a
downstairs, maybe we
motion.
can-
Second that,
Here.
yeah,
We could do it here.
yeah.
All in favor on